Hi students, welcome to another episode of Art with Miss Lewis. This week we will be creating a sculpture. A sculpture? What is a sculpture? Well, I'll tell you. A sculpture is a work of art that you can see from all around it. Yes, all around it. It doesn't matter where you are standing, you will be able to view this work of art. So far, most of the work we've done has been flat, but today we will be making something that is three-dimensional, meaning it has a length, it has a width, and it has height. Today, we will be creating a sculpture. Our sculpture will be made from paper, and this activity will be strengthening the skills that we have been practicing so far in our art class. So let's take a look at what we will be working on today. This is my paper line sculpture. You can see it from all around. This sculpture was made using paper, using lines. Now, let's try to remember the different types of lines that we know. Just taking a look at this sculpture, I'm sure you can name a few. We have curved lines. We have looped lines. This one is looped. We have zigzag lines. We have wavy lines, and somewhere in there is a straight line. There it is, straight across. So we are going to use these strips of paper to create our paper sculpture, forming different types of lines. And what's interesting about this activity is we won't be drawing the lines, we will be making the lines. So get some paper, a ruler, a pair of scissors, some glue, cardboard if you have any, and your crayons. Let us create.
Here we have all our materials: paper, scissors, glue, crayons, and a base for us to put our sculpture on. This is just a piece of cardboard that I painted because I didn't like the brown. You can also use paper as your base. You could fold the paper and glue it down so that it's firm enough for your sculpture to sit on. So what I'm going to do is color my blank paper. I'm going to use some bright colors so that my work is cheery and exciting. So go ahead. Now that we've colored both sides of our paper, we're going to use a ruler and a pencil to mark off some lines for us to cut. So I'm just going to try my best to make the line straight. You can ask a parent or a sibling to help you. You do not want the lines to be too thick, because the thicker your line, the more difficult it will be to bend it into the different shapes of the lines: curly lines, zigzag lines. So thin strips of paper, and we're done. Now it's time to cut. Remember to use your pair of scissors safely. One hand holds the paper and the other hand carefully follows the line and cuts. Open, slide forward, cut. Open, slide forward, cut. Go ahead and cut all of your strips. Remember, when you're cutting, we want clean edges. We don't want jagged edges. Try your best to cut all the way through open, slide forward, cut, and don't cut to the tip of the scissors. Always slide forward before you reach the end of your scissors. Now that I have cut all of my strips, it is time for us to start gluing to our base. You have to decide what type of line you are going to create. So I'm going to start with a simple curved line. I'm going to put some glue on the tip. Place it down on my base and hold it for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I'm going to put some more glue on the other end of my paper. Just a thin line across the end. And where am I going to make this curve go? Over here. And hold it for 10 seconds. Next one. This time I will make a zigzag line. To make a zigzag line, you are going to have to fold your paper first. Over, under, fold your paper on itself. Then it opens out like a zigzag. Then I like to fold just the tip where I'm going to put the glue, so that this one pins down onto our base. Now we put the glue. Some of your papers can stick on top of another one. I'll glue it to this line over here, and then I'm going to curl it so that it's a looped or curly line.
Now I'm going to go ahead and finish gluing the rest of my paper lines.
Here we have it, students. This is our paper line sculpture. Look at all the interesting shapes that we have created with those paper lines. The curves, the zigzags, straight lines. It reminds me of a roller coaster or a skate park. So go ahead, use lots of color, have fun, enjoy yourself creating, because I enjoy creating this. It's very interesting to look at. I can't wait to see what you will create. Have fun!